audience deserves to understand all sides, even the uncomfortable ones. A journalist's job isn't to protect an industry or polish its image. It is to inform, investigate, and present the facts as fully and fairly as possible. Balanced reporting means covering multiple perspectives. That doesn't make a journalist disloyal. It makes them professional. When I hire reporters for Brownfield, I'm not looking for advocates. I want people who are curious, fair, and unafraid to ask tough questions. If someone wants to champion a cause, that's fine, but they'll need a different job title. You can't defeat what you refuse to understand. We need reporters who walk the line between fairness and fearlessness. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
At FCS Financial, we believe that lending should be more. More about relationships, more about opportunities, more about communities. And as a cooperative, FCS Financial's member owners expect more. For over a century, we've been giving just that. We're more than an ag lender, more than a rural home lender, and more than a crop insurance provider. We're a team of ag experts committed to seeing rural communities and agriculture grow while we provide the loans and insurance you need. We also live in your communities, attend the same events, and want to see our neighbors succeed. We're family, here to help and stand strong through whatever comes. Visit myfcsfinancial.com or call 800-444-3276 if you want more from your lender, an equal housing lender and an equal opportunity provider.
Townscreen in Salem and Houston is a very effective way to get your message out to the public, courtesy of their vertical screens in high-traffic areas in both towns. Your ad, flyer, or even video can be displayed for as little as $15 per week with monthly and yearly rates available. You'll also find Townscreen on display at the Echo Bluff and Montauk State Park lodges. Produce your own ad or get help from the Townscreen staff. To find out more, go online at townscreen.com or call or text 636-338-1199. Townscreen. Check out Country Mart in Salem, where in their bakery you can find a large variety of cakes for all occasions, anytime, and by special order, like anniversary, wedding, and birthday cakes. Country Mart has a full-service deli where breakfast is served daily. They have deli sandwiches that are made while you wait, and they offer daily lunch specials every day. You'll also find a large selection of cheese and deli meats to choose from. It's just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem, Highway 3272 East.
Cash Cattle Country had some light business to end the week, and cash hogs were mixed. Good morning, I'm Brent Barnett with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade had some cleanup business on Friday. Some light live trade was reported in parts of Kansas and Texas at $2.20. That was $2 to $4 lower from the previous week's weighted averages. No new dress deals developed in the north. At the Sioux Falls Regional Cattle Auction this week, feeders, steers, and heifers had mostly lower undertones. Yearling feeders were $30 to $50 lower compared to the most recent sale. USDA says there was light to moderate demand for the limited offering. Feeder supply included 45% steers, and 91% of the offering was over 600 pounds. Medium and large one feeder steers, 874 pounds, brought $292. Feeder heifers, 857 pounds, sold for $271. Boxed beef closed lower, with choice down $146 at $366.82. Select down $446 at $351.05. The choice select spread was $15.77. Estimated cattle slaughter was just 1,000 head. Cash hogs were mixed at the close. Barrows and gilts at the National Daily Direct were down 148, with a base range of 65 to 76. The Iowa Minnesota was up 471 with a weighted average of 72.56. The Western Corn Belt was 440 higher at 72.56. The Eastern Corn Belt was not reported due to confidentiality. No prices were reported Friday for butcher hogs at the Midwest cash markets. Pork values were lower at the close, down 3 cents at $94.22. Butts, ribs, hams, and bellies were higher. Loins and picnics were lower. Estimated hog slaughter was 0 due to the Thanksgiving holiday. At the CME, live and feeder cattle futures continued to rally in the post-holiday session. The market was likely reacting to the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture's comments relating to the reopening of Mexico's border and that it will be a slow resumption of trade. Lean hog futures were mixed as the market continues to look for signs of support. Hog weights are creeping higher and demand remains uncertain. You can always find the latest livestock market information by visiting brownfieldagnews.com. I'm Brent Barnett, Brownfield.
Choosing the right residual herbicide can feel like you need a map. Too many choices, too many claims that never quite hold up. Enough is enough. Zidua brand herbicides from BASF make the choice easy. It sets the standard for longer-lasting weed control, giving up to 2 more weeks of protection than competitors. When you have a Ziduation in your soybean fields, Zidua brand herbicides deliver new solutions to meet your evolving needs. Make the lasting choice and talk to your retailer today. Always read and follow label directions.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the people of Missouri. We're for kayakers, car dealers, grocery baggers, and mail carriers. We're for teachers, preachers, students, and singers. Armed service members? You bet we're for you. We're for people who shake your hand and say hello, not because they know you, but because they don't. We're for brewmasters, stockbrokers, beauty queens, and truck drivers. And don't worry, we're still for farmers too. Whatever you do, if you're a Missourian, we're for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we've got Missouri covered.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Zerelda Z. Aldine Holt Lamster, age 88 of Salem, passed away Tuesday, November 25th. Funeral services for Z. Lamster will be at 11 o'clock Tuesday morning at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Z. Lamster will also be Tuesday morning, starting at 10 and continuing till service time at 11. Burial will be in the Matlock Cemetery. And all arrangements for Z. Lamster of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Howard Hudson of Cherryville passed away Wednesday, November 26th, at the age of 83 years. Funeral services for Howard Hudson will be Wednesday at 1 o'clock at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation for family and friends of Howard Hudson will also be on Wednesday from 11 in the morning till service time at 1. Entry will be at the Steelville Cemetery with full military honors. And all arrangements for Howard Hudson of Cherryville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Stephen Paul Duckworth, age 67 of Tulsa, Oklahoma, passed away November 23rd. Graveside services for Stephen Paul Duckworth will be at 1 in the afternoon, Saturday, December 6th, at the Cedar Grove Cemetery in Salem. And all arrangements for Stephen Paul Duckworth of Tulsa, Oklahoma, are under the direction and care of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
This Christmas, when you put money in a Salvation Army kettle, expect change. Expect homes and hearts to be warmed. Expect empty stomachs and hungry souls to be fed. Expect need and despair to be transformed by hope and joy. Whether you give at our kettles or at SalvationArmyUSA.org, expect your contributions to change lives. The Salvation Army, doing the most good.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. An accident occurred in Phelps County Sunday evening about 8:15 on Highway F, 1.5 miles east of Highway 72, involving Salem residents. According to the Highway Patrol report, a eastbound 2014 Ford F-150 driven by a 20-year-old male of Salem left the side of the roadway and struck a group of small trees. The vehicle then traveled through a yard, struck a residence, and overturned. Sustaining and suffering minor injuries in the accident was the male driver, who, according to the report, was not wearing a safety restraint at the time of the accident. A 17-year-old female juvenile, also from Salem, sustained moderate injuries and was wearing the safety device. Both were transported by Phelps Health Ambulance to Phelps Health Hospital. The Dent County Commission met this morning at the courthouse. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said brush should be cut in the bunker area, and work crews will be out checking for clogged culverts and crossover pipes. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams was not in attendance due to a prior engagement, so Road Supervisor Travis Turner gave the road report. He said brush was going to be cut on Dent County roads 2160, 3220, and 3230. Turner also indicated crews were beginning County Truck number 72 ready for winter conditions by installing the salt spreader. He went on to state that crews were also gathering wood for the furnace at the road and bridge shed. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said the Commission attended the Missouri Association of Counties meeting last week where MAC priorities were established for the next year. Plus, the county heard from MAC attorney Travis Elliott. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley was reelected to the MAC board representing the 16th District. She stated some priorities for 2026 were going to be about property taxes, community development, justice and mental health, as well as transportation and communication, just to name a few. The Commission then approved the agreement to pay their share of the cost of the Public Defender's Office rent with Russell Land Development Company, along with 6 other counties at 901 North Pine Street in Rolla. The agreement was for 2 years. At the last meeting, Brad Smith from Omega Concrete Solutions came in to discuss sidewalk penetration sealant protection for the new sidewalks that will be installed around the courthouse in 2026. The cost for the protection is 65 cents per square foot. The Commission likes the idea but will check into it further before deciding on it. Also, Emergency Management Director Derek Marfitt came in to update the Commission on the county generator, and everything has been taken care of. The next meeting of the Commission will be Thursday morning at the courthouse at 9 o'clock, and the meeting will be open to the public. If you missed the first sign-up for your family to participate in the Salvation Army Angel Tree and the Dent County Toy Drive, the next sign-up will be this afternoon at the Salem Community Center at the Armory from 3:30 to 5:30. The Angel Tree and Toy Drive programs are for children from birth to 12 years of age. Parents must bring proof of your child's age and proof of residency, such as a utility bill, tax bill, a birth certificate, or report card. Parents must also know the interest of each of their children and also know their clothing and shoe sizes. The Angel Tree will be at Walmart and will be your chance to adopt an angel or two. Then shop for clothing, coats, hats, toys, and other items just to make the child's Christmas a happy one. Some families use this time of year to teach children the importance of giving during the holiday season. The Angel Tree is open through Saturday, or available, I should say, through Saturday, December 20th, unless all the angels are adopted before then. For more information about the Angel Tree, call the Salvation Army Dent County Service Unit office at 573-729-8163 or email sherry@salemcommunitycenter.org. The Denton County Toy Drive can be messaged directly on Facebook as well. 14 state parks will be temporarily closed to the public for managed deer hunts to safely and effectively manage the park's deer population. The hunts are a coordinated effort between the Missouri Department of Natural Resources, Division of State Parks, and the Missouri Department of Conservation. Only one of the state parks in our immediate area is affected, which is Montauk State Park at 345 County Road 6670 in Salem. They will be closed starting tomorrow, December 2nd, through the 4th for a managed hunt. Guests are encouraged to not visit the parks on those dates as they will be turned away for their safety. Missouri state parks are usually wildlife refuges where hunting is not permitted. However, when an overpopulation of deer develops, the Department of Natural Resources and the Department of Conservation hold special managed hunts to prevent harm to the ecosystem. This year, studies at the parks determined the deer population showed an overcrowded number of deer per acre. The managed hunt will help other wildlife and ecosystems by reducing the number of deer in the area. The Missouri Department of Conservation has already selected hunters for these hunts. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen held its regular meeting Monday evening in the auditorium at 202 North Washington Street. After approval of the agenda and consent agenda, the board appointed Catherine Hill and Conrad Hake to the Salem Public Library Board of Trustees. The alderman also approved a bid from Forester Works in the amount of $112,861.16 for feeder line tree trimming. This phase of the project will cover 7 miles of feeder line in the southwest quadrant of the city and includes limb trimming, tree removal, brush clearing, and lawn remediation to ensure utility lines remain clear, reliable, and safe. The Electoral Fund's capital improvements budget currently has $69,500 remaining for tree trimming this fiscal year. The remaining $43,361.16 will be allocated to the next fiscal year beginning in July. During the reports to city officials, City Administrator Sally Burbridge highlighted her recent meeting with MMMPEP. Finance Director Stacy Houston presented the city's financial report, and Economic Development Director Carrie Sutterfield updated the board on ongoing local projects. Sutterfield also reported on her attendance at the National Rural Economic Developers Association Conference in Tennessee, made possible in large part by her selection as one of 4 scholarship recipients. Mayor Greg Parker noted several upcoming community events. Public Works Director Steve Payne reported that the city's utility crews continue to make progress on Phase 2A wastewater treatment plant upgrades and that the facility remains in good condition. Alderwoman Catherine Dent shared that she attended the ribbon cutting for the new Four Rivers Salem Clinic and announced that the Advocates for Animals, a subcommittee of the Community Involvement Committee, facilitated an agreement between Ozark Pet Rescue and DCAWS to assume operations of the former DCAWS facility, which will be renamed the Ozark Pet Rescue Charlotte White Center. Additional details will be provided at a later date. With no further reports, the meeting was adjourned. The next regular Alderman meeting is scheduled for December 9th in the auditorium and will be open to the public. The City of Salem and the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce have announced sign-ups for their holiday lighting contest are now being accepted. The contest is designed to spark community spirit, brighten our neighborhoods and businesses, districts, and celebrate the magic of the holiday season. The contest is open to all residential properties as well as commercial storefronts within the city limits. Each category will be judged separately. Residents and businesses that are located outside the city are also welcome to participate and will be featured on the Christmas light map. However, only participants with a City of Salem electric account are eligible to win electric bill credits. First place will be $100 worth of electric credits. Second place will be $50 electric credit. And third place is a $25 electric credit. All decorations will need to be in place by Friday, December 5th, and remain in place through at least Christmas Day. Winners in each category will be announced on December 26th. Judging will be based on creativity, originality, holiday spirit, and overall presentation. People can register their home or business at the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce office at 1136 South Main Street in the Crossroads, or at the City of Salem Administrative Offices Building at the Utility Office. A physical address is necessary on the application for judging, as well as your city utility number should you be a winner. For more information, call Catherine at the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce office at 573-729-6900. Applications for both categories need to be submitted by Thursday, December 4th. Well, that has been a look at local news. It was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Oh, yeah! Here we go!
Did you just plant Pioneer Brand Z-Series soybeans again?
You bet your next level genetics I did. After last year's huge yields, why wouldn't I want to maximize that Z-Series momentum?
Right. How could I forget about that performance? It totally beat our expectations. Let's unleash some Z-Series on those acres. Come on!
Now you're talking. With that kind of ROI, why would we plant anything else?
Plant Z-Series soybeans in the 100th season of Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/greatest yields.
Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov.
Hey, everybody, calm down. It's okay. Oh, it's coming. The farm animals can always feel it.
Is that an earthquake? I didn't think those happened in the heartland. Aren't we harvesting Pioneer Brand Z-Series soybeans today?
It's not an earthquake. It's the aftershock of unleashing Z-Series soybeans.
You did mention a yield advantage of nearly 4 bushels an acre.
Plant Z-Series soybeans in the 100th season of Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/greatest yields.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem basketball Tigers will be in the FCNB Banquet Tournament in Sullivan tomorrow at 8:30 when they play Cuba. We've received word this morning that they have postponed that tournament 24 hours and will be starting tomorrow. The game can be heard with possibly an audio stream tomorrow. We're not sure on that because we will probably have a conflict with the Missouri Tiger game. So just stay tuned to KSMO, and we'll make sure to keep our listening audience aware of for sure what time that game will be on and what media you can hear it on. The 2025 All-SCA football team has been announced. Silas Du Bois and Charlie Terrell each made the second-team offense, while Brody Ray earned an honorable mention. On the defensive side of the ball, Titus White, Gavin Sapal, and Maxton Schlamer made the second team. Drake Smith, who is the only freshman outside of the special teams, earned a defensive honorable mention, as well as junior Paxton Deason. Well done, Tigers. The Missouri basketball Tigers hosted the Cleveland State Vikings Friday. It was all Tigers early on, racking up over 20 points before the Vikings could get on the board. Missouri outscored Cleveland State by 22 points in the first half and by 5 in the second half for a 86-59 victory. Mizzou's next game will be tomorrow night against Notre Dame on KSMO Radio with pregame coverage at 7:30 and tip-off at 8 o'clock. And again, we're not sure which one of those games are going to air live on KSMO. Just stay tuned to your hometown radio station. We'll make sure you're aware of those scheduling points tomorrow. Moving on, the Missouri football Tigers were in Arkansas on Saturday to play against the Razorbacks. The headline for Mizzou was their rushing game, headed up by Ahmad Hardy with 157 yards on 27 carries and a touchdown. Jamal Roberts also ran for 100 yards on 11 carries and a touchdown. The Tigers defeated the Razorbacks 31, I believe it was 17. We've got 27 printed in the Your World Today, but I'm a 100% sure that the Tigers defeated the Razorbacks by a final score of 31-17. The Tigers finished the regular season with an 8-4 record. Bowl game destinations will be announced on Sunday, December 7th. St. Louis Blues returned home to host the Ottawa Senators on Friday. After 2 periods of play, the Blues were down 2-1 but came out shooting in the third. Jordan Kyrou tied the game and Pavlo Buchnevich put the Blues on top. I apologize, and I always slaughter that name. The Senators would net a tying goal, but Matthew Kessel put the game away with a backhand shot. With the 4-3 upset, the Blues then hosted the Utah Mammoth on Saturday. Dylan Holloway scored the only goal in the game for a 1-0 victory. The Blues are back in action tonight, hosting the Anaheim Ducks right here on KSMO Radio. The pre-skate coverage will start at 6:30, and the puck drop will be at 7 o'clock. St. Louis Cardinals announced Tuesday they have completed a multiplayer trade with the Boston Red Sox, acquiring right-handed pitcher Richard Fitz and left-handed pitcher Brandon Clark, and a player to be named later or cash considerations, in exchange for pitcher Sonny Gray and cash considerations. Gray waived his no-trade clause to allow the deal to be made. And that's been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Sport is presented by St. James Winery, Missouri grown, nationally awarded. Pick up a bottle and try Missouri's most awarded winery today, St. James Wine.
Missouri Sports. Good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with college football, where both the Missouri Tigers and Missouri State Bears now awaiting their bowl destination. Mizzou finished out the regular season with an 8-4 mark after Saturday's 31-17 Battle Line rivalry victory over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Head coach Eli Drinkwitz.
I think it's a good season. You know, it's not great. We had a chance to go to great. We didn't get it done. And as a team, as an organization, as everybody, you know, we've got to find those inches, and it starts with me, and then it trickles down to everybody.
One of the popular predictions for Mizzou heading to the Duke's Mayo Bowl. The Missouri State Bears are going bowling after finishing up the regular season 7-5 with a loss to Louisiana Tech on Saturday. The Bears' request to be bowl eligible for this season was granted. Bowl announcements will be made coming up this Sunday. To the pros, where the Kansas City Chiefs are at work as they get set for their Sunday night football matchup hosting the Houston Texans. The Chiefs have work to do as they sit on the outside of the playoffs at 6-6 right now. The Texans come in winners of 4 straight at 7-5 after knocking off the Indianapolis Colts yesterday. To basketball, where the Missouri Tigers will put their 8-0 record on the line tomorrow night as they go on the road to take on Notre Dame. From the scoreboard last night, the Missouri State Bears 92-70 won the victory over Northeastern State. Finally to hockey, where the St. Louis Blues skate against the Anaheim Ducks tonight at the Enterprise Center. Puck drops tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
Heart Talks happen at all stages of life. They're part of it, though they can be uncomfortable. How aging affects driving safely is just one of those necessary talks. And the best person to have it is the person who notices an issue. It's not just a talk for a spouse, adult child, or even doctor to have. Maybe you're a church friend, grocery clerk, mailman, or neighbor, and notice an issue that has you concerned. Talk to someone you care about and let them know vision, hearing, reaction times, and more can affect their driving. Brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
The question always comes up at this time of year. What gift should I get the important people in my life? The answer is St. James Wine. Yes, St. James Wine. For over 50 years, family-owned and operated St. James Winery has been creating internationally and nationally awarded wines. Fun flavors from bubbly fruit Moscatos to our elegant dry reds. Delicious wine makes the perfect gift and will complement any party or get-together this holiday season. No assembly is required, and the St. James bottle impresses year after year. St. James Winery. Yum.
This is St. Louis Blues analyst Joey Vitale. There is nothing more exhilarating than watching St. Louis Blues hockey in person. But if you can't make it to the game, you can catch all the action here on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for St. Louis Blues hockey.
At the Missouri Department of Agriculture, they know protecting your livestock is a top priority, especially when black vultures are involved. Use the following tips to keep these pests away. Pen birthing animals near human activity. Remove roosting locations such as dead trees and abandoned barns, and scare vultures away with loud noises. Visit agriculture.mo.gov for more tips. There are plenty of mitigation options available. Get help today at agriculture.mo.gov.
It is now time for a look at news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned. I'll be back after the top of the hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. Sports betting is officially live in Missouri. Christopher Bowen, an analyst at BetMissouri.com, says many Missourians are already familiar with the sports betting landscape.
They're familiar with the Fanatics, the FanDuels, the DraftKings, etc. So they know kind of what is legit and what isn't. And also, I'm sure there are people out there that have used offshore sports books in the past because it wasn't legal in Missouri.
The drought alert in Missouri is not going away anytime soon. Matt Pilger reports.
Governor Mike Kehoe has extended the state's drought alert originally issued back on September 22nd. It was set to expire December 1st, but now it runs through April 1st of next year. Kehoe says the extension is needed because much of Missouri is still dealing with moderate to extreme drought, and the state's response efforts remain critical.
And Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway is urging online shoppers to stay alert for scams as Cyber Monday deals flood the internet. This is Missouri Now.